Alright, so in my endless quest to find a playable Celestial Alignment deck in Wild, I am playing Togwaggle. This deck tries to use Celestial Alignment, obviously, does what it does, everybody knows, sets everybody back to 0, everything costs 1. And you use Twig of the World Tree along with Sphere of Sapience to break the Twig to gain 10 mana, and then you can play a whole bunch of spells, and ideally you draw through your whole deck, and then you play Togwaggle, play your Azalina, get their thing, you give them your empty deck, and then they fatigue out and you use their cards to fight back the board, right, if you lost it. I think a card a lot of people are sleeping on in this deck is Nourish. I know people playing it in Standard, but I don't see a lot of Wild decks playing it, and I think it's really key in this deck. It gives you 2 mana crystals. Those aren't empty mana crystals, so it does actually help you ramp up, right? Similarly to Bio Project. But of note, one, it lets you draw cards, right? It's modal, right? It costs 6 mana, but also it doesn't give your opponent mana. The issue that I've been having with Biology Project is that your opponent gets the mana, so they get to develop, and then you're trying to play this whenever they're underdeveloped. So it puts you in a little bit of an awkward position here, but I think it's okay. There's an argument to go face there to play around Raked Fair Game, and actually, oh wait, no, they didn't have it, because we wouldn't know yet. Never mind. The argument there is to play around, or play with Spreading Plague, letting them have more minions in play, but I think it's fine to just remove everything that we can. Yeah, we might just have to coin Spreading Plague here. I think we have to hold the coin for this, actually. But we can Hero Power plus Spellstone this, which is a big deal. Ooh, that's big. How big is that? Can we give up 2 turns without any guaranteed card draw here? So we can go... That's close. That's really close. I'm gonna say no. It's close, but I'm gonna say no. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna Hero Power here. And then go ahead and try and remove this. Now go ahead and attack face. Part of the reason that I want to wait, 1, we can remove that, which is nice, but 2, this card actually nets you mana after your Celestial Alignment, and if you use this to play your Celestial Alignment, then you cannot play anything the following turn, so you're basically time walking yourself twice instead of just, the once of playing the Celestial Alignment. So whenever I have this, I've been liking waiting another turn so that I can actually develop and play cards the following turn. Okay, well, hopefully this is not Counterspell. It's only going to get a coin, but it does slow us down still. Right, we have that as well, so it's really awesome. Okay, it's not Counterspell, not Netherwind either, which is a big deal. So we set everything to 1. This goes up to 1, but again, we get to use it next turn to gain mana, which is a pretty big deal. If they do draw Counterspell here, it would be very good, because it would basically time walk us anyway, because we can only play the 1 card. But we have pretty good setup so far. I believe we're going to use the Nourish to draw 3, unless I draw like a UI or Overflow or something like that. We could also Poison Seeds here, but I think Spreading Plague is a little bit better. Let's see, we got Floop's Glorious Gloop. Ooh, that's very good. So we're going to go start with a Lightning Bloom here. Then I'm actually going to Gloop into Poison Seeds, which reduces a little bit of their power in play, and also nets us some mana. Ooh, Hearthstone almost broke there for a second. Okay. And I'm going to play this in case they have Counterspell. It also summons a good board. And I'm actually going to use this to draw cards, because we are running out of cards, I think. I know. Okay, there's a UI. And so there's an Overgrowth. That's a big deal. We can play this next turn. I think it's just better to get the UI off here. Is it? Yeah, it gets it under Counterspell. I think I like that. A 5/5 also helps fight for the board pretty good, so... Nice, we have the Overflow already. Yeah, so this is ideally what this deck is trying to do. I do think it's a little bit better than the usual deck. Alright, see, we already have Twig plus Sphere. That's a pretty big deal. So that's 10 mana. 2 cards sets us to 10 mana crystals. So we're overloaded next turn because we did play the Lotus Bloom. Got some good value out of it, though. But so the following turn we can set ourselves directly to 10 mana, which will allow us to probably play the entire deck, Togwaggle and Azalina, the following turn, if we're being real. Yeah, that's fine. We don't care. 5 secrets? Jeez, so what is that? We're thinking Counterspell, Explosive Runes, Flame Ward, Netherwind Portal, Counterspell? Oh, they have a rigged, so probably rigged over Flame Ward or Ice Blocks. We wouldn't usually play those. Or those have kind of gone down in popularity a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna take these trades. Duplicate, yeah. You have trees. We're gonna attack face. Could trigger Flame Ward, obviously, but playing around rigged fair game I think is important enough. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's okay. Next turn with Twig into Sphere, we kind of just basically guarantee win the game. We can just play every card in the deck and give them an empty deck. I think this version definitely, I think it's better than Giants. Giants have had the issue where you lose to aggro decks. You know, you can cheese them out with Oaken Summons into Vargoth, but a lot of the time you just end up losing to the aggro decks. And I've also found that, let's see, I guess we could bait the counterspell here, but I'd rather just bait the counterspell here, right? Yep. And then now we go here. Yeah, so basically the problem I've had is the Giants version, you lose to aggro, and also decks like Big Priest can also just keep pace with you, right? In a really awkward way. Netherworm Portal? Sure. Gain all the armor, nothing matters. The Guardian Animals versions I've played, it's okay, but it has a similar issue of losing to the fast decks. Whereas this deck, guarantee like beats the other combo decks, right? But I think is good enough against the aggro decks with your overflow and stuff like that. All right, what's the most ideal way to draw through our entire deck here? I think it's to dump these. Ooh, Hearthstone is not having a good day. I think it's to dump these overgrowths and to cycle them. Yeah, we spent way too much time explaining. We're in an awkward position here, for sure. King Togwaggle. Let's see, what does it matter? Let's go. Let's go here, draw 7 cards. Let's go here, draw 3 cards. Let's swap here, and then we're going to play this card. Yep. It worked. It worked. It did the thing. They potion a poly to this? Sure, whatever. We're at 23 armor. They're out of cards. We have all their cards. And, yep, okay, you got us. Yeah, okay. We're actually at 18 armor. Alright, could have been executed more gracefully there, but we got exactly what we wanted. Now they King's Ransom. We fatigue. We King's Ransom back. And, yeah, they lose. Definitely feels a little bit more clean of a win condition. A little bit more straightforward. Even if you want to play the Giants, Guardian Animals, you know, however you want to build the deck, Twig with Sphere is a very big deal, I think. It's a 2-card combo, but I think it basically like guarantees a win because it lets you do everything you want to do, right? It allows you to draw through your entire deck. It allows you to play like all these overflows and UIs because you just get to play all your cards, right? The issue that I've had with some of these cards is that you end up fatiguing a lot, right? But now you just don't, you know, you don't have to worry about it. Are they gonna try and attack us? Let's see if we can play their cards, do some fun stuff. Occult Conjure. I don't have a secret, so I'm gonna say no. I also don't have a secret, so I'm not gonna play this. Let's see. They're fatiguing for 2. Yeah, we'll put them out of misery. We'll put them out of their misery. Yeah. No reason to screw around. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's the general plan of the deck. I think this is probably the best Celestial Alignment deck. I've tried a lot of different variations, a lot of different cards. I think this one's the best one. Definitely good for us. I think I just go Crystal Core into Stone Tusk Board to push as much damage as possible. They're not removing this? Are they dead? They're not dead, right? There's like no way.